Hello and welcome back. Today is Wednesday, October 29th. I have your 4 best bets for you. That's 3 player prop plays in one same game for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. We got a massive 10-game NBA slate, and today I think it's a beautiful slate. Some of these games have some high over-under, some close spreads. There's only one game that has a massive spread. That's Denver versus the Pelicans. 13.5 point favorite for Denver. 235 over under. But we get some fun matchups here. Unfortunately, one of the non-fun matchups, or not non-fun, but like one of the weirder primetime games is the LA versus Minnesota. I wish they would just flex that game out of here. We got Memphis versus the Suns. That would be an incredible game. Heck, even Portland versus Utah would be a way better game than the Anthony Edwards list, the Luka Doncic list, the LeBron James list. This is going to be Austin Reeves versus Julius Randle on steroids in this matchup. So the late primetime game, 7.5 point favorite leaning towards Minnesota. Maybe the wrong team is favored there. Maybe Austin Reeves he continues to go captain insano mode. The other primetime game, 233 over under, is Cleveland versus Boston, ESPN. Hey, everyone in gambling community, everyone knows that Donovan Mitchell balls out against the Celtics, but maybe not this time. Without Jason Tatum, this game could be a little blowout-y, I would feel like. But hey, Donovan Mitchell, he is Mr. Consistent against the Boston Celtics. First game on the slate, Houston versus Toronto. Houston, 5-point favorite. Orlando versus Detroit. Battle of two teams that were supposed to be really, really good in the offseason. Now play a tough game. I think they're both 1-2. Both lost to the Chicago Bulls. 1 point spread there at Detroit. Atlanta versus Brooklyn. That's the Fugazi. The game doesn't exist. Atlanta, 7.5 point favorites here. Watch that game be awesome. That's a high over-under game, so that'd be great for like player prop games. Sacramento versus Chicago. Zach LaVine returns to Chicago. Chicago, 5-point favorite here. We are a wagon. Sacramento coming off of a back-to-back. That game will be a ton of fun to watch. And then the late game, the last game on the slate, Memphis versus Phoenix, 239 over under. That game is incredible as well. I got 3 player prop plays again and 1 same game parlay. Before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action yesterday in the NBA. And I'm going 2-2 in best bets. Man, we cannot just... Earlier last week was a ton of fun. These last few days, 2-2, I kind of hate that overall. Miles Bridges and Kawhi. Miles Bridges, we'll start off with him. Miles Bridges wasn't a lack for shots. He was shooting the shit out of the ball. He had a late, I want to say, fourth quarter surge for us, but he fell completely flat on his face. He took so many threes to start off the game, just missing everything. Then the rebounds were not till late. Hand up, that just was a bad read, but he high over under game was incredible with points, and just we took one guy that had a horrible game in that game. He shot poorly. 2 guys in that Bucks Knicks game, both of our guys in that game cashed with ease. Jalen Brunson balled out. Mikal Bridges looked really, really good even from the jump. I was a little worried. He started off the game missing 2 easy layups, but he secured it early in the fourth quarter. And then Kawhi, hand up, I didn't watch the second half here. It was not on TV. He was at 14 points at half. I went to bed thinking that it was over. I felt great about the play. Only needed 9 points, and he finished the game with 18. That game looked like a complete snooze fest in the second half. And then shout out to Diego Rivera for Kuminga over 4.5 rebounds. He cashed with these. And then Josh O in the comments. John Collins in that same game over 5 rebounds. Both of you guys, thank you. That was beautiful. Let me know down below. Those guys have been on fire. Josh O has been on fire to start the season. Diego, I appreciate you with the play there, with the green light to save my evening. 3 brand new player prop plays, 1 same game parlay. Let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, DeMar DeRozan returns to Chicago. Chicago versus Sacramento. Sacramento on a back-to-back, 237 over under. Chicago 5-point favorites here, and I'm going with DeMar DeRozan, as I just said. I think Zach LaVine is a great play here, but it's DeMar DeRozan, DeMarvelous DeRozan. I think he's going to have a better game. He has a great matchup in this one. So give me DeMar DeRozan to go over 18.5 points, coming to minus 113 on DraftKings. Again, he has a great matchup here. Chicago, allowing the 7th most points to the power forward position. We've been great, the number 2 defensive team on the year, but we struggle with the power forward position. DeMar, He's been great against the Bulls. Over 2 for his last 2 last season with 21 points per game. With the last 2, he had 21 and 22. He's gotten this over 3 for his last 4 this season, averaging 19 points per game. With the last 4 games, him having 29, 7, 21, and then 19 last night versus Oklahoma City Thunder. I do lean both Zach and DeMar will have great games in this game, but I feel like DeMar, like I said, will edge out here. He's going to hit that little post fade a little. He's going to get some guys jumping in the air, and he's going to lean in and get the and one bucket. I think, and Bulls fans, they probably rally. Well, out of the whole tenure, I think, being honest, we like a little Zach LaVine more than, not Zach LaVine, we like DeMar DeRozan more than Zach LaVine, and I think he's going to put on a show for this hometown crowd. 72% hit rate last season on this number, 87% hit rate last season on this number on the road, averaging 24.7 points per game. He has gone 2 for 2 on the road this year, averaging 24 points per game. And then even on back-to-backs, he's an 80% hit rate, averaging 21.9 points per game. I have him projected at 20-plus points in this game here. On a back-to-back, he has great history getting the over, has a great matchup here, high over-under game. I think DeMarvelous DeRozan is going to have a great game back in Chicago. It's going to be DeMar to go over 18.5 points, coming to minus 113. On DraftKings, jumping to my second play, going to the 7:30 Indiana versus the Cooper Flagg Mavs, or the Anthony Davis Flags, or the or the D'Lo Dallas Mavericks. 228 over under. Dallas 7.5 point favorite here. I'm going with the rookie. He had a horrible game versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Crazy that the Mavs have played 4 straight home games to start the year. Now they're going to be playing 5 straight home games. That will be tough as the season goes on. But Cooper Flagg, I think he bounces back at home here. So it's going to be Cooper Flagg to score 15 plus points, coming in minus 135. On FanDuel, Indiana allows the 3rd most points to the point guard position, and Cooper Flagg, he's only got this over 2 for his last 4 in his early NBA career. With Game 1, he had 10. Game 2, he had 18. Game 3, 22. And then he had the super tough matchup versus Oklahoma City, where he had 2 points, shot 1 from 9 from the field, looked horrible, and nothing cures that like playing the Indiana Pacers here early. Again, allowing the 3rd most points to the point guard position. Steady playing time. He's on the court, averaging 31 minutes played per game. Overall, this on the second, I don't know why I stuttered there. He's the 2nd in field goal attempts on his team, averaging 13 field goal attempts per game. He's taking the 2nd most shots on his team. You would think that it would be Washington, but no. It is Cooper Flagg. This fast-paced game, 228 over under. I think Cooper Flagg, after shooting a very poor performance here at home, I think he's got to bounce back in a massive way. Projected at 18-plus points in this game. So give me Cooper Flagg to score 15-plus points, coming to minus 135 on FanDuel. Jump into my 3rd and final player prop play of the day. Going to the late game here, 234 over under. Portland, 2.5 point favorites here. And this man for the Portland Trailblazers, he could be the most improved player, and that's Deni Avdija. He lost Chauncey Billups, who was tanking his prop totals. Now he has no one pulling an inside job with his prop total. So give me Deni Avdija to go over 21.5 points, coming to minus 112 on FanDuel. He's gotten this over 3 for his last 4, averaging 23.5 points per game. He has been on fire to start the season, scoring 20-plus points in every single game to start this season. Now he plays Utah, where he's only gotten this over 1 for his last 3, with the last 3 games him having 6, 27, and 18 in his last 3. But I love this because he's a steady volume, averaging 17 field goal attempts per game. And last season, when he took 15-plus shots in a game, he got the over 65% of the time. When he took 15-plus shots on the road, he got the over 75% of the time. I love that. Deni takes 35% of his shots from the straightaway 3 spots. So that little, remember those 2K hot zones right in front of the 3-point line? 35% of the zones. And Utah ranks 26th in points allowed from straightaway 3. So he has a great matchup there overall. So far, 2 for the last 3 small forwards against the Jazz have gone over. Derrick Jones Jr. cleared his total. Royce O'Neal balled the fuck out against them. But DeMar, he did have a lackluster game. I think that was just a poor shooting game overall. I've been projected at 24-plus points in this game. Last 2 home games, he's had 23 and 25. He's gone over 5 for his last 5 road games, averaging 28.6 points per game. Deni is balling out. I think this is one of the last few times we're going to get this at 21. Probably going to be at 22 or 23 as the season goes on, so I'll gladly take it. Fun matchup. Both teams are 2-1. I wish this was the primetime game, so give me Deni Avdija to go over 21.5 points, coming in -112 on FanDuel. And I haven't made a video same game parlay in a while. We get Zach LaVine returning to Chicago. This game's going to be a ton of fun. I'm watching this game. I'll be not boots on the ground, but watching at home intently. But Sacramento versus Chi, I got 4+ plays here for +735 odds on DraftKings. And let me just show you it. Zach LaVine, 20+ points. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 4 to start the season, averaging 29 points per game. He didn't get the over the last time he played the Bulls, but now returning to Chicago at home, I think he has a massive game here, and he's been hot to start this season. 75% hit rate last season on the road, averaging 24.1 points per game, and then a 69% hit rate last season on back-to-backs, averaging 24.6 points per game. Great number with that overall. Then DeMar DeRozan, 20+ points. Hey, I like him to score. It's 19. I think he's going to score 20+ points. He's only gotten this over 2 for his last 4 this season, averaging 19 points per game, but the 2 for his last 2 against Chicago, averaging 21.5. Again, Chicago allowing the 7th most points to the power forward position. 82% hit rate on the road last year, averaging 24.7 points per game. 80% hit rate on back-to-backs last season, averaging 21.9 points per game. He's the marvelous DeRozan. Jumping to the third play is Montez Buzelis. I'm back at it like a bad habit. Buzelli ball here. He's gotten this over 2 for his last 3 for 15+ points. He has yet to do it against the Kings. Last 5 home games, though, he's averaging 16.5 points per game, scoring 16+ points in all 4 of the 5 games at home. I think Buzelis, he bounces back in this one. Knowing that Zach LaVine and DeMar are coming back in this game, I think he will step it up as this new team's face of the team. And then Trey Jones, 5+ assists. He's gotten this over 3 for his last 3, averaging 8.3 assists per game. 3 for his last 4 against the Kings, averaging 7.5. And then 10 for his last 10 as a Chicago Bull, averaging 7.8 assists per game. Last 10 games when he's playing a lot, 10 for his last 10. These 4+ plays coming out to +735 using my DraftKings 50% profit boost on this. It'd be nice to start off the season with a little same game parlay. Let me know down below what's your favorite play in the NBA. Those are my 4 best bets for you in the NBA today. Again, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe down below. Make sure to check the top comment. Might have more plays as the days goes on, because today's slate, I love it. This slate's a lot of fun. 10+ games on this day. Fun NBA action ahead of us. Let me know down below what's your favorite play in the NBA. Hopefully having a wonderful day. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.